Are you looking for the best cast iron skillet? In this video, we'll break down the top cast iron skillets available whilst comparing them for price versus performance. Before we get started with our video detailing the best cast iron skillets on the market, we've included links in the description for each product mentioned, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting off at number 1, we have the Lodge 10.25-inch cast iron skillet. This 10.25-inch skillet is pre-seasoned and has a sturdy, albeit short handle. Both the long handle and the helper handle have holes for hanging if desired. If you have a single cast iron skillet, it should be this one, and given the price, you probably don't need to make a decision between this one and another one. There are a lot of sizes available, but the 10.25-inch is a fabulous size. The handle is big enough without being bulky, and the skillet is pre-seasoned. That's a bonus, but you might want to think about another coating. All in, this is incredible and you know you want it. And if value for money doesn't move you, consider the timelessness and sentiment behind these skillets. This missive from Jan Barker, a writer for Atlanta magazine, demonstrates the power a Lodge skillet can have in anyone's life. All-American company, Lodge has been around since 1896, and their tagline demonstrates their intention to make memories in the kitchen. We don't just make iron, we make heirlooms that bring people together for generations. They're serious about all things good, including the environment. They have an Energy Star partnership and developed an environmental melting system. So here's some questions you might have. What's the shape, size, and weight? This round skillet is 10.25 inches, and it's not the worst cast iron skillet to handle at all at 5 pounds. Is it enameled or pre-seasoned? It's not enameled, but it's pre-seasoned. That said, some users report issues with the condition of the pre-seasoning. You might want to give it a try. It's a flat bottom, so it's not terribly tricky. Is it suitable for all cooking surfaces? You can use this in just about any way you want, including induction stop toves and over the campfire. It's also useful in the oven. You will have a difficult time finding an occasion when you don't reach for this pan. What about pour corners and handles? It has a short handle which makes it difficult to flip food without putting excess pressure on your wrist, but that makes it perfect for smaller ovens. There's also a helper handle because you have to add 5 pounds to whatever you put in the skillet. There are also pour corners on both sides. What about the range options? It's Lodge. If you've not heard about this company, then you really should take a moment to read up on the entire range. Will it break the bank? No, not even close. You'll pay less than $20 for this cast iron skillet. We would love it even if it were 2 or 3 times more expensive, but we'll certainly take it at the price point given. At number 2, we have the Creuset Signature 11.75-inch skillet. The large loop helping handle makes it easy to lift this skillet, and it's dishwasher safe. This skillet comes pre-seasoned and in a range of colors. If you want superior cookware, ideal for searing, frying, and more, you'll want to take a close look at this French brand. It's that good, even though the price will scare you. This is quality that you pay for, but you can easily recognize as soon as you work with it. It's gorgeous, and you'll want to show it off. While not as old as Lodge, Creuset is an iconic brand that's committed to the idea that the moments we share together in the kitchen and at the table are still the ones we treasure most. We need to make a note on the cleaning and pre-seasoning though. The manufacturer suggests it is fine to tuck it into the dishwasher, and it is, but you will need to occasionally re-season the pan if you do so. That's just the nature of the cast iron beast. However, it does take a while to get to this point, and we found that the easier cleaning of the dishwasher is a real bonus in real households. So what's the size, shape, and weight? This 11.75-inch skillet is round and weighs 6.8 pounds. It will feel heavy in your hand, but it's not the worst out there. Is it enameled or pre-seasoned? The outer edges of the pan, including the handles, are coated with an enamel color of your choice. The interior, flat cooking surface is bare but well seasoned. Is it suitable for all cooking surfaces? As with most enameled cookware, you don't necessarily want to use it across every cook surface you have. You can put it in the oven and on the stove, but you will want to think twice before putting it on a campfire or the outdoor grill. What about pour corners and handles? This is where Creuset really shines over other brands of cast iron cookware. The handle is substantial and has a hanging hole. No shock there, but the helper handle is larger than standard. That makes it much easier to grip even when using oven mitts, and the large pour corners are designed for slop-free draining of whatever you're cooking. We love that a lot. What's the range options? The options are endless and designed to fit into just about any kitchen. Take for example the choices of blue between Caribbean and Marseille, and you'll get an idea of color. There are also Dutch ovens, griddle pans, and more. Truly, you could stock your entire kitchen with this brand if you could afford it. Will it break the bank? Yes. Well, a single skillet at $200 isn't going to completely do you in, but as soon as you become addicted to Creuset, you will need to begin saving like mad. At number 3, we have the Utopia Kitchen 12.5-inch cast iron skillet. This skillet can be used with every cooking method and is a solid all-rounder on price, size, weight, and more. We know you're inching away from this pan because you want to compare it to the products you can get from Lodge. After all, they are so similar. And then there's this strange description on Amazon that will leave you scratching your head. But wait, despite the fact that we recommend you season this yourself, we want you to consider the terrific prices on all cast iron cookware offered by this brand. And people that get this skillet do fall in love with it quickly. So what's the shape, size, and weight? It's a round 12.5-inch skillet with a decent weight of 8 pounds. The cooking surface is a bit rough when it arrives. Is it enameled or pre-seasoned? We understand this may cause a little unease, but hear us out before turning the other way. The manufacturers claim this is a pre-seasoned pan, and it certainly appears as if they begun the process, but not completed it. You could use it as is if you really wanted to, but we strongly recommend seasoning it yourself beforehand. Once you do that, you will find yourself falling in love. Is it suitable for all cooking surfaces? Yes, yes, and yes. You can take it with you to the campfire and toss it in the oven. It's remarkably versatile. What about pour corners and handles? There's a decently sized handle with a side bud that works as a second helping handle. There is a hole in both and excellent pour corners. What's the range options? Utopia Kitchen does have a wide range, from skillets to griddle pans and Dutch ovens. They also offer enameled cookware as well, and everything is reasonably priced. That's one of the reasons we truly appreciate this line. You can get this skillet as a starting point for your collection of value for money cast iron cookware. Will it break the bank? The listed MSRP is $100. We wouldn't buy it for that, given that Lodge offers its pans at a much lower cost. However, you will snag this for less than $40, and we think that's more than fair. It's a solid pan with a line that you won't overpay for. And for our final pick at number 4, we have the Lodge cast iron 13.25-inch skillet. This cast iron skillet is pre-seasoned and comes with a silicone hot handle holder. It can be used with just about every cooking method. If you have a lot of people to feed, this is the skillet for you. It's huge and yet it cooks so evenly. That already should tempt you in its direction. But then there's the pre-seasoning, which has been done just right. And you get a bonus silicone hot handle holder to help with the cooking process. Also, while the price is on the higher end, it's not priced out of the competition. In fact, given the size, we still think this is one of the best deals on the market. So what's the size, shape, and weight? It's a round skillet measuring 13.25 inches and has a flat bottom cooking surface. It is a weighty 12.1 pounds though, so you can expect big muscles after working with this pan. Is it enameled or pre-seasoned? It's a bare pan, and it does come pre-seasoned. The reports of inadequate seasoning are rare, so you can rest assured knowing it's seriously good quality. Is it suitable for all cooking surfaces? Yes, you can use it everywhere, even on the backyard grill, though we would recommend you take the silicone handle cover off before putting it in the oven, especially a hot one. What about pour corners and handles? There's one handle, which is much needed given the weight and size of the skillet. It's not the longest handle out there, but it's generous enough to handle the pan. The silicone hot handle cover is very useful and covers the whole hand. There's also a helping handle with a hole for hanging and 2 pour corners on either side of the pan. What are the range options? This particular range of skillets has a couple of sizes available, all the way down to 8 inches. You don't get any options on the color of the handle cover. It comes in red and that's what you get. Will it break the bank? This isn't the cheapest, not for Lodge nor for cast iron skillets in general, but we're chalking that up to the size because the smallest sells for under $20. This particular size will set you back between $80 and $100. So that sums up our top cast iron skillets of 2019. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have a great day.